The media center by our #1 qualifier in top fuel, Clay Millican, who's 3.716, second pass at 3:25.77 from last night, stays the #1 qualifying position. This is his second consecutive #1, his seventh in his career. You talked a lot about what Grubby wanted to do as opposed to what you wanted to do today. Talk about the two sessions today where you guys are going into race day tomorrow.
Well, Grubby told me multiple times, he said, I'd trade that green hat. And he didn't say a yellow hat. That's what I thought was going to come out of his mouth. But he said, I'll trade that green hat in a moment for two good competitive runs down this hot racetrack, which we got the last one, we went down the racetrack. But we had a little, I don't know, some kind of little issue with Q3. The car went a few feet. 60 foot was actually pretty good, but it just went just a little ways and then got the tires loose. I didn't think much about it because all four cars got the tires loose. But, I think he said he had a little bit of issue with something in the flywheel, the buttons, that sort of thing. And he is always talking about, I'm looking at Doug, our team owner back there. What does he always say? It's that 5%. It's that 5% that will cause the car not to go down the racetrack. It's not always the big things, even though big things will bite you, but it's that 5% of things that will get you. These things are so close to the edge all the time anyway, so we had some simple little something that he felt like cost us Q3. And the last run, it wasn't, I was like, this thing's, can I say what I really said? It was a turd. That's what I said. I'm like, man, it's a turd. It went 387. But I remember when 387 was a big number, but
let your mama hear you talk.
I know she'll see this too. She'll see this. It's Facebook Live over here. That Mama is on Facebook Live. Daddy may be going click, click, click when he called me last night, but Mama's watching right now. But Grubby actually kind of intended on the car to be relatively slow because he needed to go down the racetrack. And it's way easier to get data that makes the whole run. If you go all the way down the racetrack, you're going to have that information, and he can speed it up because he sped it up pretty good Friday night, and the reason I'm here. So,
how much fun is it when you get behind the wheel and you know that the car is capable of running a good number?
Oh, that's just the ultimate. I mean, I know every time we show up at the racetrack, we can win. And I know everybody's thinking, well, how many runner-ups, Bobby? You just told me 7, 8.
Yep.
8 runner-ups. So you would think maybe I wouldn't feel that way, but with this car and this team, I think every time we go, we can win the race. I really do. I mean, and I like my odds tomorrow. Kind of like we talked about last night. It's a 3-round race. I've won a lot of 3-round races. I just hadn't won a 4. So, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a little warmer, probably more like today. It'll be that way tomorrow. So I'm glad we had that 387 run, even though it was a turn. It still went down the racetrack, and I know Grubby can take that information and speed the car up. I'm just very, very jacked up and ready for tomorrow.
Jacob?
I'm going to make Clay laugh. What's the over-under on phone calls interrupting me during this press conference?
None, because we were not live today. But I did set it here just in case. So this is one of those occasions where I can't call and talk to Daddy until it's been on television, because it hasn't happened until it's been on television.
When it airs at 2 a.m.
He will be up. He will be up. I get the night owl thing from Daddy. I will try not to be up at 2 a.m., but Daddy will be up and watch it. He'll record it, and he will tell me everything that I did right and everything I did wrong. He studies them all.
Okay, real question now. And I guess you just said he's in the back, so you have to somewhat play nice. But Doug...
You're going to get me in trouble, aren't you?
No, would I ever do that? Doug has really done an amazing thing, pulling this little team together. Like you said, the Nitro Barn yesterday, just you guys do so much with so little comparatively. How integral has Doug been in just making this team work the way it does and making this team go fast for you guys?
Well, it's actually 2 people, and the other one, the most important part, is standing right over there, and that's Whitney.
I'm just moral support.
It's just moral support. Doug is pretty amazing, and I'm not just saying this is because you're here, but he's pretty amazing because he knows what's happening throughout the entire team. I told y'all this last night. He knows who's sick. He knows whose girlfriend's bad. He knows all those things. He sees those guys more than I do. He does, because they're in his backyard every day. And Friday, when they get out of there, like at lunchtime, because we try our best to like either give them all weekend off, but usually they work a few hours on Friday. He'll call me. He's like, "Whew, I got the place to myself." You know, I know he enjoys that as well, and everybody needs that time. But he still really, and I'm not even going to look at him, but he really truly amazes me how he knows what's happening. And I have to remind myself every now and then that we are this little small team battling these giants, but Doug has been involved. Hey, now I'm trying to talk. He's been involved in gigantic teams. I mean, he's from the NASCAR world, even though he came from drag racing, and this is his love because he's got the team in his backyard, and he must love it. So, but this is fun for him, and I'm saying that with him sitting there. I know he enjoys this because I know he spends a lot of money out of his pocket to do it, and we're spending Whitney's retirement fund. But I'm very appreciative because I get to put the helmet on and drive this thing, and it's, as I told y'all last night, it is a family team, and we are battling these giants. We're not part of the club. I come up with this recently, and I kind of like it. Brownsburg, I think all of y'all know Brownsburg is like a little clique, and they are the biggest, baddest group there is, and it is a little club. But let me tell you what's going to happen, and I hope this comes true. When we find something, let me rephrase that. When Grubby finds something, it's not going to be given away at lunchtime or dinner. When we get it, we got it, because the only people our boys hang out with are each other. And they're okay with that, and so are we.
Makes it that much more special if you can beat them, doesn't it?
It does. Uh-oh. That's Mama calling.
Answer the phone.
Okay, Mama, you are now on speakerphone, and I'm in the media center. Can you top what Daddy did last night?
I never imitate him. He's always better than me. But congratulations.
Well, thank you.
My number one. I won it only son.
I love you too. That still makes me number one, though, even though I'm the only son, right?
That's right.
I'm still your favorite above the sisters.
Okay, now you're going to get me in trouble.
I thought I would try since I have an audience here filming this.
Good try. Good try. Have a wonderful day, and everybody be safe. And just have a good race.
I love you, and I'll call you later. Tell everybody bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Mom!
I give up. Who else has got a question?
Stan Greenberg.
Well,
We didn't plan that either, by the way. I promise.
Of course you didn't.
okay, I have a question, but the person who has to answer it needs to come up. Your car owner.
Doug, come on up here, buddy. Apparently you have a question to answer.
Oh, and by the way, your sister just said, "Hey now."
Oh, they're all Facebook Live. That Facebook Live thing.
Check one.
Sweaty.
Me too.
Stan Creekmore with Outside the Box. All right, Doug. Number one, he said you used to have a life in NASCAR, so I should know you, and I don't. Okay. And number two, what is it you've been doing that's been so phenomenal to put this all together, and how does these last 2 weekends make you feel so far?
Wow.
This is NBC.
My NASCAR affiliations with Greg Klitz and Casey Kane throughout his career. I owned the 38 car for a period of time. Pretty much Casey drove for Robert Yates, and then he came and drove for me.
Okay.
And it was under the Aikens Motorsports banner with Brad Aikens, so I bought Brad
Okay.
out.
Okay.
Or he helped me buy him out, however you want to look at it. Both of us have mentors that we wouldn't be sitting at this table without, and so when you talk about building building a program and how did you pull this all together? It was through people. It was through people that surrounded both Clay and I. We talked about it earlier today. He talked about it last night. I actually laid in bed with my wife and watched the press conference last night where he spoke about family. Racing is a huge family. We put families first anywhere that I'm involved at any time. Families come first. And I think that that bond that Clay and I have, where he has the same beliefs as I do, and along with my wife and his wife, I think that's what brings it together. Our employees are our family. They're not really employees. We talked earlier today. I said, if one of our guys comes to us and has an opportunity to better himself someplace else, we're going to drive him there. I drove Casey to Cup Series. I mean, he came to me, sat in front of my desk, and said, "Hey, I got an opportunity to go Cup racing. I don't want to let you down." I said, "Get in the car. I'll take you there." And that's basically how it went down. So to answer your questions, people, families, and putting the family values first. And that's really what makes us successful. No secrets on our team. There's secrets from every other team. But there's no secrets on our team. Everybody in our organization knows what's going on with the car. No egos. They're all checked at the door. The crew chief, the driver, the whole team, we're one group. And we work together. I hear a lot of people in motorsports talk about we're a team. It's a team effort. It's a team program. I'm going to call BS on a lot of it. A lot of it's about the dollars and cents. You know, who can spend the most money. With us, it's who can get the best people. And that's what we've attempted to do.
And how did you meet Clay Millican?
In my driveway.
Oh, he was cleaning?
Through Lance Larson, who's still general manager of our race team. I worked in drag racing many years ago.
Okay.
And I worked for Lance as a mechanic. And through...
With Jim Epler.
With Jim Epler in the Red Doctor car. So we stayed in touch over the years, and then he went to work with Clay, and they developed a friendship, and so I started following Clay. Clay and I started talking. Years. And I said, I can't do it. My dad's still alive. Your daddy's still alive. I went to sleep one night. I woke up, I called him back the next day. I said, okay.
Yeah, but I got to tell the rest of that story. So what he's talking about the driveway is kind of cool. So Doug had a great relationship with Jason Leffler.
Okay.
Drove for you. Jason drove for Doug. And so when Jason lost his life, Doug and some really good friends started a foundation for Charlie Dean. Doug owns a little dirt track up near the race shop. And once a year, he holds the largest paying midget race in the country. All the money, it's bigger than Chili Bowl. Pays 20 grand, Chili Bowl Chili Bowl pays 10.
Yeah.
Jason Leffler Memorial pays 20. All the money, all of it goes to Charlie Dean Leffler, which is awesome. So Doug said, hey, can you bring the dragster by? They have a party the night before. Can you bring the dragster by there? And he said it was done and over with when that tractor trailer he pulled turned up the driveway. I didn't know it, but I hit a home run as soon as that thing turned in the driveway.
True. You hit a home run. Whitney, it's retirement. Good.
She's young. She can work for a while.
That's what she's counting on, I think.
I'm good.
Great, thank you very much.
Oh,
Congratulations.
so wait, he said he had...
Sorry, Jim.
I was going to follow up to that for Doug. I told him yesterday, his enthusiasm for this is infectious. Do you two working together, I mean, do you kind of feed off each other? Is that what makes this work?
That's not always good.
Okay, that's what Clay says. But is it really that much fun, you two working together, Doug?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone in our team feeds off of Clay's personality. And actually, so here's the deal. He's in front of you guys right now. He's in front of the media. So most people will put on a certain persona in front of the media, and then outside of the media, they're a different person. Same guy's going to go back on the golf cart with me. Same guy's going to go into the pit area. He does smile all the time. His teeth are really bright, but it's all the time. And when I'm down and out and struggling and maybe fighting a little depression or something, all I got to do is call Clay. He'll dig me out of the ditch.
Or Wednesday afternoon when we're sitting by my little trailer out there.
Particularly that time.
Okay, tell the story.
But it goes both ways. I mean, if, something's going on with me, I just call and then, it ain't long we're laughing. Life is definitely, not worth being down and out all the time. That's why people like, you smile when you lose. As I told y'all last night, I'm still driving a top fuel car. It's just not that bad a life. It's really not. Nothing's that bad.
So wait a minute. Okay. Yep.
So this race is kind of different from any other race we run in any other circuit. What would it be like to win a race like 4-wide nationals?
Well, I've not done anything else that was conventional. Went from forklift driver to top fuel driver, so this would be perfect. I don't know what else to say on that one. I love the controlled chaos, the staging, all the crazy things. And I probably asked the crew guys, I have a radio in the car, and y'all might note that Grubby does not wear one because he says you talk too much. Yeah. So the crew guys have radios, and I'm like, probably asked 25 times, all right, what lane am I in? What lane am I in? And you have to know that here because you got to know where to look at the staging holes. So to answer your question, this would be a perfect fit for the way I've got here.
That was my question.
It would be
But I want to hear it from him. What would this win mean to you if you could win this race?
Unprecedented success. When I won the Homestead race with Casey Kane driving my car, all of our families were in victory lane. So watching all of those families get that reward that everybody has worked so hard for, it'll be unprecedented because we really do race out in my backyard, okay?
Yeah.
And to win this race, next to having my daughter and marrying my wife would be the best day of my life. I mean, we're here in Charlotte, it's more or less my home track, and to finally get Clay and everybody that works for us to that point, it's not going to be about me when that happens. It's about giving back to them. So it'll be huge.
You know what I want to know though?
What?
So in Doug's living room, he's got this gigantic Bristol trophy.
Uh-huh.
And it's got a green hat hanging on it. I want to see where the Wally goes, how he's going to arrange Wally hanging on that Bristol trophy. It's huge. And Wally's, like this big.
We'll move that trophy.
The best looking team Wally is on our fireplace.
Exactly.
All right, great. Thank you very much, guys. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank y'all as always.